A very warm welcome to all the brothers and sisters. I hope you had a wonderful day today. Let us begin with being heartful every day with Swadhyaya. The theme for this week is what creates an imprint, which are samskaras. And regarding this, we have been reading on one of the Daji's article from Heartfulness magazine, which are kleshas. Kleshas are nothing but obstacles such as ignorance, egoism, attachment, aversion, and fear of death. And he has been talking widely about uh, how to overcome these dualities of existence. Uh, he says that before the creation, the state of no vibration, no nothingness, or the original void is present in every fiber of our being. And he is talking largely about the afflictions um, which are present in both Hinduism and Buddhism. And he has quoted Patanjali's Samadhipada, and he has quoted about these obstacles uh, here. So let's start. Patanjali starts his discussion on kleshas with the importance of having a goal, but not everyone starts a meditation practice with the goal of samadhi or complete oneness with the original balanced state. So another way of looking at this is in which direction are we traveling? Along the way to the ultimate goal, there may be many other goals like peace of mind, liberation, development of love and compassion, self-confidence, and clarity of mind. The most important thing is to be traveling in the right direction, centripetally towards simplicity rather than centrifugally towards complexity. Patanjali goes on to define the five kleshas or mental afflictions and then establish their relationship with the formation of samskaras. Samskara theory is a critical aspect of yogic science that impressions or modifications in the field of consciousness result in complex energy patterns being formed, which harden and create samskaras over time and through repetition. It is like the process of a track being formed through a forest. First, one or two people walk along a particular path, flattening the grass or undergrowth. Others follow the same path until eventually there is a clearly marked track, which is regularly used and may eventually become a thoroughfare and even a road. What started as temporarily flattened grass over time becomes a hardened road. Similarly, an initial original behavior or response, for example, fear of the dark can be reinforced over and over again in a person until it eventually becomes a mental tendency or even a phobia. It has hardened into a samskara. Fear of the dark relates to a few of the kleshas. First, the fear of death and clinging of life. Second, dislike or pain. Third, egoism because of identification with the body and concern for the body. And finally, the ignorance or lack of awareness at the base of the fear. The mind has become colored because of the past experience, so that the default response in that person is that being in the dark is inherently dangerous. It is very difficult to completely get rid of the kleshas. as many of the samskaras behind them are formed subconsciously through emotional responses. In this particular example, fear. I suppose Daji has been talking about fear in the Bandara messages as well. The associated pathways in the nervous system for such responses are not through the cortex of the brain, but directly from the heart of the mammalian brain or amygdala. They are not responses that involve cognitive thinking, but instead subconscious processes that affect us without our conscious control. They can potentially surface at any time. As a result, our need for vigilance is never ending. It is also why the first two limbs of Ashtanga Yoga, Yama and Niyama, are so important for our self-development. Heartfulness cleaning is an effective method for removing samskaras that is independent of neural pathways and parts of the brain involved in their formation, as it was developed in the 1940s by Ramchandra Babuji as a way to purify the field of consciousness of samskaras. It was not available as a technique when Patanjali wrote the Yoga Sutras. Cleaning is one of the most potent tools that yogic psychology offers the world because it works by cleaning the complexities and impurities of in the field of consciousness at the vibrational level, rather than trying to change behavioral patterns, thought processes, or the nervous system. So here Daji is talking about flight or fight situation and the hitting of amygdala, and also how the subconscious brain uh, associates itself negatively when in fear. Uh, and he says that heartfulness cleaning is a very effective method, as we all. So it's 8:57. I think we can continue for one more minute. When we look at how the human system works, generally, everything starts from the causal body or soul, the cause of our existence, which then affects the subtle bodies at the level of the heart mind. And then this permeates outwards to affect the systems of the physical body. Example, the hormonal, nervous, and circulatory systems. Our human system is actually like a series of layers from the center outwards, defined in heartfulness way by the 5 koshas, the 3 bodies, and the 23 rings, by working at the subtlest vibrational level of the subtle bodies. Cleaning does not rely on thinking and analysis to remove the roots of afflictions. So here Daji is depicting the rings of heartfulness yoga. I think we will read this in detail tomorrow. Let's gather ourselves for the universal prayer. I request all of us to gently close our eyes. Let's make a resolve that all brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in him. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से कर रहे हैं और इनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती चली। Let us pray for the next one. This is something that I have the master to do. He says that whenever we are in difficulties or facing a tough situation in life, please present the problem to the great master, and during your bedtime prayer or during your meditation time, and then see what happens. So I am quoting Daji. Thank you so much for bearing with me, and see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. Let us ensure that we complete our bedtime prayer so that we are connected throughout the night and wake up refreshed for the morning devotion. Thank you and Shubha.